and talking about a little bit about strategy and the Super Bowl. And I don't watch a whole lot of sports, to be honest, but yesterday was the Super Bowl, and I watched a lot of the game. And you might be surprised that I don't watch more games because I did marry a former professional athlete. But it was interesting. The things I thought were very interesting about the game was especially one touchdown that occurred for Kansas City. And they found the guy that was open, and you knew they had rehearsed this over and over and over. And the ball, it came right to him, and he was able to run out for a touchdown, and it was on the right side of the field. Now I'm going to get all of the terms wrong, so anybody that's a sports person, you're going to be able to correct me. But I thought, he was wide open, and I knew that they had practiced that strategy. And the next time they were at the same place, which was about the 10-yard line, maybe 20-yard line, they did the exact same move on the other side, the left side, with a guy. They kind of tricked him into a fake throw, and they did the exact same move. And it was interesting because they had practiced that, I knew, and they had that sort of strategy. And those were two of the strategies or two of the plays that I think helped Kansas City win this game. And it was rehearsed, and it looked so easy. I knew it wasn't, but it happened. And it was a formulatic sort of play that came into visible there on our TVs. So I thought that was very, very interesting. And then also the halftime show, I wanted to bring up the behind the scenes, how important it is for that rehearsal. I am sure the technical crew rehearsed that halftime show with all of the trusses and all of the platforms that went up and down, as much as the dancers and the singers and the other part of this show, the performers, because the technical aspects were just as much a part of the show, and with the platforms being raised up and down, and also getting all of that on and off of the field. So it really shows you how important strategy is, and the behind the scenes and preparation. It was a good example, and it's what I'm doing a lot in my business now is strategizing. I have a lot of travel coming up, and just to be able to have things scheduled and in place so it'll come off that it just looks easy. But it's a lot of planning in the behind the scenes. And so it was a good message for me, even in sports, to see that, and also the halftime show to see the behind the scenes. I really enjoy seeing the behind the scenes, even in sports, with all the drones and all the camera angles. So, but a lot goes into all of that planning and how important that is. And I've had to do a lot of this with this book that is coming out, and a lot of the planning and keeping a lot of my notes, very specific notes, because I knew what I had said before with artwork, and I knew what I had communicated, and I can communicate it then a lot clearer and a lot more seamlessly for getting the project done. So that's my message to you today, to spend the time with your strategy, spend the time with your planning. And I like to help those who are at mid-career, at the halftime of life, plan the next chapter of your life when you're asking what's next. That's what this next book is all about. Stop circling, and to be able to move on with success, with purpose, and with knowing what your core values are in planning your next chapter. So I hope that's encouraged you today, and I'll look forward, Deborah Johnson, to be with you next time. Make sure you've got our newsletter, which is goalsforyourlife.com/newsletter. I have some online programs, and I put the link to one of them, a wonderful one, in this post. Also, you can get a hold of me at Deborah Johnson Speaker or DJ Works Music. And I'll look forward to being with you again next time. Bye-bye for now.